My brothers and sisters, stop for a moment and think, is it really a coincidence that you are alive today listening to this message? No, it isn't. This moment is a reminder, a wake-up call. You have been chosen. Your life, with all its ups and downs, is not random. Every single thing you went through, the pain, the loss, the rejections, even the tears you cried in the middle of the night, was written for you before you were even born. That's how much Allah knows and cares about you. You are not here by accident. Your very existence is proof that you have been chosen. Before you were even created, before the world knew you, Allah already wrote your story with perfection. Every breath you take, every step you walk, every moment you live is by His will. The place you were born, the family you have, the struggles you face, none of these things are coincidences. They are part of a divine plan designed specifically for you. It is easy to look at life and think that everything just happens randomly, that you are just another person living on this earth with no special reason. But the truth is, you are unique, and your life has meaning beyond what you can imagine. When you begin to understand that Allah has chosen you, it changes the way you see everything. The pain you went through, the opportunities you missed, the people you lost, the moments that broke you. They were not sent to destroy you, they were sent to prepare you. Each trial has a purpose. Every difficulty is like a teacher molding you into a stronger, wiser and more faithful person. When Allah chooses someone, He takes them through a journey that no one else can understand. He may remove certain things from your life, close some doors, and even allow heartbreaks and challenges so that your heart becomes pure and focused on Him. Think about the times you thought you couldn't make it, yet here you are. Think about the nights you cried, the prayers you whispered, the strength you didn't even know you had but somehow found within yourself. That was not a coincidence. That was Allah carrying you through, protecting you when you didn't see it, guiding you when you felt lost. Many people live their entire lives without realizing that they were chosen, but the fact that you are here, reflecting on this message, means your heart is awake and searching for meaning. Being chosen does not mean life will be easy. In fact, it often means life will be more challenging because Allah knows you are capable of handling what others cannot. He knows your strength, your potential, and the greatness hidden inside you. You may feel weak at times, you may feel like giving up, but deep down, something inside you refuses to quit, and that is because you are chosen. The Creator believes in your ability to rise again, to keep moving, to trust Him even when things don't make sense. When you start viewing your life through this lens, everything changes. You stop comparing yourself to others because you know your path is unique. You stop questioning why certain things happen because you know they are part of the plan. You begin to have faith that even the delays are a form of protection and that what is written for you will never miss you. You no longer see yourself as unlucky. Instead, you see yourself as specially guided by the one who knows what is best for you. This understanding gives you power. It gives you peace. It gives you the ability to face life with courage and gratitude, knowing that nothing in your life is wasted. Every moment is shaping you. Every event is taking you closer to where you are meant to be. The people who left you, the opportunities you lost, the pain you felt, they were all instruments of growth. They were there to teach you lessons you could not have learned otherwise. So never doubt your worth. Never think you are forgotten. You are exactly where you are supposed to be right now. Your story is unfolding in the most perfect way, even if you cannot see the full picture yet. One day you will look back and realize that every step, even the painful ones, were leading you to something better. Until then, trust that you are chosen and that your journey is sacred. Every trial you face carries a wisdom far greater than you can imagine. Nothing that happens to you is random. Nothing you go through is without reason. Each challenge, each loss, each moment of pain is designed with precision to teach you something, to transform you, to bring out a strength within you that you may not have discovered otherwise. The human mind often looks at difficulty and asks, why me? But if you pause and reflect, you will realize that those hardships are not punishments. They are invitations. They are invitations to grow closer to your Creator, to become wiser, to become stronger, to build patience and resilience that you never thought possible. When you are going through pain, it feels heavy, it feels unbearable at times. You may feel like you are drowning in your worries, suffocated by the weight of what you are carrying. But hidden inside that pain is a gift, a lesson that will serve you later in life. Sometimes Allah places you in a situation you never wanted, just to give you something you could never have had otherwise. Sometimes He delays your plans because what you are asking for is too small compared to what He wants to give you. Think about a seed buried under the ground. It is surrounded by darkness, pressed by soil, unable to see the light. If the seed could speak, it might say, why am I here? Why am I trapped? But that very darkness, that very pressure, is what allows it to grow roots and eventually break through the soil to see the light. In the same way, your trials are like the soil. They are shaping you, preparing you for growth, helping you develop the strength to break through to the next stage of your life. Many times you only understand the wisdom of a trial after it is over. You look back and realize that what you thought was a disaster was actually a blessing. That heartbreak saved you from a worse pain. That failure redirected you towards something better. That delay allowed you to become the person you needed to be before receiving what you were praying for. This is why you must not rush the process, because every step of it is perfectly measured. Trials are also a way for you to be purified. Life is full of distractions, full of things that can make your heart hard and distant from the one who created you. When you go through hardship, your heart softens, you start praying more sincerely. You cry out to your Lord with a depth that you might never reach in moments of ease. Those tears, those prayers, they are polishing your soul. They are washing away what does not belong there and bringing you back to what truly matters. You might think you are alone in your pain, but you are not. Every time you feel abandoned, every time you feel broken, that is when Allah is closest to you. Sometimes He takes everything away from you so that you turn back to Him completely. Sometimes He allows you to feel weak so that you discover His strength. And when you emerge from that trial, you realize that you are not the same person anymore. You are stronger, wiser, more compassionate, and more connected to your purpose. This is why it is important to trust that there is wisdom even when you do not see it. Do not let your pain make you bitter. Let it make you better. Do not let your trial break your faith. Let it increase your faith. Remind yourself that if you were chosen for this hardship, you were also given the ability to overcome it. Nothing you face is beyond your capacity, even if it feels overwhelming. The same power that gave you the trial will give you the strength to pass through it. So the next time you are faced with difficulty, pause and say to yourself, there is wisdom here. I may not see it now, but I trust it will become clear. Hold on to that trust because it will carry you through the storm and bring you to a place of peace you never thought possible. Your life is not an accident and your existence is not without meaning. There is a reason you are here, a purpose that is uniquely yours. Before you were even born, your Creator knew every detail of your journey. The family you would have, the people you would meet, the challenges you would face, the blessings you would enjoy, and the struggles that would shape you. None of it is random. You were brought into this world to fulfill a mission, and every single day is an opportunity to take one step closer to that mission. The purpose of your life is more than just waking up, working, eating, sleeping, and repeating the same routine until the end. Your soul was created for something greater. Deep down, you feel it, that restlessness inside you that wants meaning. That longing to do something that matters, that constant search for happiness that nothing material can ever fully satisfy. This is because your soul was designed to connect with its Creator, to worship, to serve, to make a difference. And until you start living for that higher purpose, you will always feel like something is missing, no matter how much you achieve or acquire. When you understand your purpose, your life takes on a new clarity. You stop wasting time on things that do not bring you closer to what truly matters. You stop living only for the approval of others and begin living for the one who gave you life. You realize that every action, even the smallest one, can be meaningful if it is done with the right intention. A kind word becomes an act of worship. Helping someone in need becomes a way of earning eternal reward. Even your struggles, when faced with patience, become a way of growing closer to your Creator. Sometimes finding your purpose feels difficult because life is full of distractions. The world constantly tells you that your worth is measured by what you own, how much money you make, or how successful you look in the eyes of people. But the truth is, your worth is far greater than that. You were not created just to chase wealth or fame. Those things are temporary and will never satisfy the hunger of your heart. What truly fulfills you is knowing that your existence is pleasing to the one who created you, knowing that every effort you make is leading you closer to Him. Living with purpose does not mean your life will be free from pain. In fact, sometimes your purpose is discovered through pain. The hardships you face, the losses you endure, and the challenges that seem to break you often push you to ask deeper questions, to search for meaning, to rise above the ordinary. That moment when you realize that your suffering can be turned into strength, that your scars can inspire others, that your tests can bring you closer to the one who made you. That is when you start living your purpose. When you begin to align your life with the reason you were created, even ordinary moments feel extraordinary. You find joy in things that once felt meaningless. You wake up with hope even on difficult days because you know that everything you do is part of something bigger. Your heart finds peace because you are no longer living in confusion. You know where you are headed and you know who is guiding you there. So remind yourself today that you are here for a reason. Your presence on this earth is not a coincidence. There is a mission that only you can fulfill and no one else can take your place. Every day that you are alive is another chance to discover that mission and live it. Let this awareness push you to rise above distractions, to use your time wisely, to treat others with kindness, and to keep your heart connected to the one who sent you here. Your purpose is not something far away. It is right in front of you, waiting for you to live it. Patience and gratitude are two of the most powerful qualities a believer can carry through life, and together they transform the way you face every situation. Life is a mix of moments that bring joy and moments that bring pain. It is never entirely smooth, nor is it completely difficult. There are seasons of ease and seasons of hardship, moments when you feel like everything is falling into place and moments when you feel like everything is falling apart. What makes the difference is not what happens to you, but how you respond. Patience during your trials and gratitude during your blessings are what keep you balanced and connected to the purpose of your existence. Patience is not just waiting, it is trusting that there is wisdom in the wait. It is choosing to remain calm even when everything in you wants to break down. It is saying to yourself, I may not understand why this is happening, but I trust that there is a reason. Patience does not mean you do not feel pain. Nor does it mean you suppress your emotions. It means you do not let that pain push you away from your faith. You hold on, you endure, you remind yourself that every difficulty has an end, and that every moment of waiting is a step closer to something better. Patience is also about resisting the urge to give up too soon. So many times in life, people abandon their dreams, their prayers, or their hope just when relief is near. They stop asking when the answer is about to come. They let go when they were moments away from a breakthrough. Patience teaches you to keep going even when you feel like quitting. It teaches you to stay consistent, to keep making dua, to keep doing what is right even if no one else sees it. It builds strength in your character and a deep trust in the one who is in control of your destiny. Gratitude, on the other hand, is what keeps your heart soft and content. It shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already present. There is always something to be thankful for. The air you breathe, the food you eat, the roof over your head, the ability to see, speak, walk, and think. Gratitude turns ordinary days into blessings and challenges into opportunities. When you begin to thank Allah for even the smallest things, you realize how much you have been given. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a way of life. It means using your blessings in a way that pleases the one who gave them to you. Together, patience and gratitude keep your heart in balance. When you are tested, patience stops you from falling into despair. When you are blessed, gratitude stops you from becoming arrogant or careless. One protects you in times of pain, and the other protects you in times of ease. Life will always test you with both. Sometimes you will need to endure, and sometimes you will need to give thanks. And when you do both sincerely, your soul grows closer to the one who created you. The most beautiful part is that patience and gratitude are not just acts that benefit you in this life, they are keys to eternal reward. Every tear you shed with patience is recorded. Every moment you endure without complaint is lifting your rank. Every word of thanks you utter, every time you acknowledge a blessing, is written as an act of worship. You may not see the results immediately, but they are stored for you, waiting to be returned in a way far greater than you expect. So remind yourself that whatever you are going through, this is an opportunity either to be patient or to be grateful, and both will bring you closer to your Creator. Do not let trials break you, and do not let blessings make you forgetful. Hold on to patience when things are tough, and hold on to gratitude when things are easy. Together, they will make your journey lighter, your heart calmer, and your life far more meaningful. Nothing in your life is a coincidence. Every event, every person, every twist and turn in your story is written with purpose. Faith teaches you to see beyond the surface, to believe that there is a deeper wisdom behind everything that happens. When you rely on coincidence, you think life is random, chaotic, out of control. But when you rely on faith, you realize that there is no such thing as luck. Every blessing, every hardship, every delay, every closed door is part of a perfect plan that was designed specifically for you by the one who knows you better than you know yourself. When something good happens to you, faith reminds you to say, "This is from Allah." When something difficult happens to you, faith reminds you to say, "This too is from Allah, and there must be good in it even if I cannot see it now." Faith removes the fear of the unknown because you know that nothing happens without permission. It removes the regret of the past because you understand that even the mistakes you made taught you something you needed to learn. It removes the anxiety about the future because you believe that what is written for you will come at the right time, in the right way. Think about the moments in your life when things did not go the way you planned. At first, you might have been upset, frustrated, or even heartbroken. But later, you often realize that those moments led you to something better or saved you from something harmful. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing. Faith allows you to trust that every delay is protection, every redirection is guidance, and every challenge is an opportunity for growth. When you live with faith, you stop questioning why things happen and start asking what you are meant to learn from them. You see life as a journey where every step has meaning. The people you meet are not random. Some are there to teach you lessons, some to test you, some to support you, and some to show you the strength you didn't know you had. Even the people who hurt you are part of the plan because they teach you forgiveness, patience, and resilience. Faith also gives you strength during hardship. If you think life is based on coincidence, difficulties can feel like punishment or bad luck. But when you see them through the lens of faith, you realize that they are tests designed to elevate you. Your tears are seen, your pain is recorded, and your endurance is rewarded. You stop feeling like a victim of random events and start feeling like a participant in a divine story where every chapter is leading you closer to who you are meant to be. Living with faith does not mean you will always understand what is happening. In fact, there will be times when life feels confusing and heavy, but faith allows you to rest in the knowledge that you do not need to have all the answers. You trust the one who holds the answers. You trust that he is guiding you, even in the darkness, even when you cannot see the path ahead. This trust gives you peace. It frees you from the constant worry about what if and why me. It allows you to let go of grudges, to stop blaming yourself endlessly for the past, and to move forward with hope. Faith teaches you that even the things that seemed like mistakes were written with wisdom, and that nothing you went through was wasted. So stop calling your life a coincidence. Stop calling your blessings luck. Start Stop thinking your struggles are just bad fortune. You are being guided, shaped, and prepared for something greater. Believe that there is meaning in every detail of your journey. Believe that there is a purpose in your pain and a reward for your patience. And most importantly, believe that the one who wrote your story has written it with love and perfection. Faith is not just something you carry in your heart, it is the force that gives you strength, confidence, and courage to face life no matter what comes your way. When you realize that Allah has chosen you and that nothing in your life is without purpose, you begin to walk with a new sense of power. You are no longer paralyzed by fear of the future because you know you are under divine protection. You are no longer weighed down by the mistakes of the past because you believe in forgiveness and new beginnings. Faith gives you the ability to rise even after the hardest falls and keep moving forward knowing that your story is not over. Empowerment through faith means you stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances. You stop thinking that life is just happening to you, and you start believing that life is happening for you. Even your trials become stepping stones toward growth. You see every challenge as an opportunity to prove your resilience, every setback as a chance to come back stronger. When you trust that the one who created you has already measured your path, you walk with confidence even when the road ahead seems uncertain. This kind of empowerment changes the way you deal with obstacles. Instead of panicking, you pause and remind yourself that if Allah brought you to this moment, He will carry you through it. This mindset removes helplessness from your heart and fills it with determination. You no longer waste energy complaining or comparing yourself to others. You focus on doing your best, knowing that what is meant for you will never pass you by. Faith also empowers you to make better choices. When you know that your life is not random, you start living intentionally. You stop chasing what destroys your peace and start seeking what brings you closer to your Creator. You use your time wisely. You guard your words and you treat others with kindness because you know that every action has weight. Even in your private moments, faith reminds you that you are seen and that nothing is too small to be noticed. This makes you live with sincerity and integrity, building a life you can be proud of. Empowerment through faith also means that you carry hope with you wherever you go. Even when everything seems against you, you believe that Allah's mercy is greater than any difficulty. You remind yourself that no pain lasts forever, no storm stays forever, and no door remains closed forever. Hope becomes your shield against despair, and it gives you the energy to keep going when others might give up. Another way faith empowers you is by teaching you to rely less on people and more on your Creator. People may disappoint you, promises may be broken, but the one who chose you never abandons you. This realization gives you emotional strength. You stop begging for approval from those who do not value you and start seeking the approval of the one whose opinion truly matters. This frees you from unnecessary stress and helps you find your true worth. When you carry this inner power, you also become a source of strength for others. Your words inspire hope, your patience becomes an example, and your courage encourages those around you. You start to see that your life itself can be a form of guidance, a light for someone else who feels lost. This is one of the most beautiful results of empowerment through faith. You not only transform yourself, but you also become a means of transformation for others. So remind yourself every day that you are not powerless. You are chosen, guided, and supported in ways you cannot even imagine. Let this belief push you to wake up with purpose, to face your trials with courage, and to never give up on yourself. Faith is your strength, your shield, and your light. Carry it with you, and watch how it turns every difficulty into an opportunity and every ordinary day into a chance to become extraordinary.